Join us this Saturday as we have 4 action-packed webinars coming your way. The first one deals with how to set goals. Setting goals is the first step in the investment journey, and this is a very important process to get to your final destination. The second webinar of the day we have coming for you is based on how the US-based pharma companies are driving the stock market rally. Want to know more about valuations and how their product have been priced? Join us for this webinar. For the third webinar of the day, we have a very interesting take on the 60-40 investment portfolio. 60% equities, 40% bonds have been an investment portfolio since many years. You want to know how this portfolio can be structured? Join us for the webinar. For the last webinar of the day, we'll explore how to build a goal-based investment portfolio. Are you someone who have your goals set and want to know how to start your investment journey? Join us for this action-packed webinar.
Friends, in this video, which I am possibly recording after months in English, I am going to talk to you on a topic which is very critical for all of us. I think it's very important for myself, and it's as important for any of us. The topic is developing tolerance. In market, there is no one view. The market is a complete collage of multiple views, multiple viewpoints. But not all viewpoints succeed in the market. There are times when some viewpoints fail. We could have a viewpoint which is very different from the market, or we could have a viewpoint which is completely aligned to the market. Either ways, what view we hold should help us in our investing, it should help us to succeed in our investing, and it should definitely protect us from future failure. So, our market view has to be not just a driver of success, but also a preventer from failure. But in our mind, we only want one, we don't want the other. It is like having a viewpoint which is more of an accelerator with no brake. Imagine a vehicle, a car, of whatever brand you like, having a great accelerator and a poor brake. A lot of our market views tend to be biased more towards acceleration and not very concerned about failure. The reason for this is fairly simple. I think as we succeed, our egos start controlling how we discover, develop, and manage our viewpoint. When the ego starts driving what should be our belief system, then our viewpoints will start coming out all wrong. I've seen this when people have to come regularly on television and give opinions. The sheer pressure of giving that opinion, the sheer compulsion to tell something which others will appreciate is an ego state. And that ego state is not a good place to be. And simply because one has forced himself to be in that state, he starts giving viewpoints which he himself has very limited belief in. That's where we come to the need to have a strong personal belief system. Our beliefs should be well founded. Our beliefs should be based on years of introspection, learning, imbibing, and evolution. If we think that financial success can replace all these things, then our belief system will be standing on weak foundation. Because success can happen in short bursts of time, well beyond our expectations, well beyond our competence, well beyond our capability, well beyond what we defined as success. And that is the point at which we start growing our ego state very rapidly. our belief system comes out all wrong. We start thinking that we know what is right. Whatever we think has to be right. Interestingly, the market keeps evolving in its belief system much faster than we are capable of evolving. And I say this with utmost humility. The market is far more capable than us in adaptability, because the force of the market forces adaptability on the overall market. It is entirely up to us whether we are going to adapt in time to the market's evolving belief systems. If buy at any price was a belief system at one point in time, it stopped working in the best of companies. It stopped working in the best of industries. And trust me, it will always stop working at some point in time. Because the market knows in its belief system that it can tire itself out of its own euphoria. The market knows very well that at some point in time, it can tire out of its own euphoria, and it knows how to outgrow its own euphoria. But the individual investor in us will find it very, very difficult, because we have a far more set pattern and a very set approach towards our beliefs. And then we will have an ecosystem around us, people who tell us, boss, your thinking is perfect, what you are saying is correct. But trust me, all these ecosystems are there only to tell you what you like to hear. And you will also gravitate more towards them than somebody who tells you a view contrary to your beliefs. When you are successful, you are not able to listen to another view, because you think, has that clown earned the same money that I have earned in the last 1 year? But nobody is a clown in this market. Especially those who speak truth to you are not clowns, because they are destined to tell you that. Even to the biggest emperors of history, the jesters told the truth, not their ministers. Let's not forget that. So don't think that anybody is a clown in this world. Develop tolerance towards views of people. Take the view on merit. Then you can adapt your belief system in time so that it evolves before the market's beliefs start affecting you. Be ready to test your own beliefs. Volunteer to talk to people who will speak truth to you. It's very, very important. Today, the biggest risk I see with the most intelligent investors is they have echo chambers that are bigger than Hitler's bunkers and stronger than that. So, nobody wants to test his own beliefs. They don't want to debate. And you use armies of people around you to protect your beliefs. If your beliefs are so strong, in my opinion, you don't need to protect them. There is no need. I have never felt the need to protect my good beliefs. And whenever I try to protect my beliefs beyond what is necessary, I would always realize later that it was not required in the first place. So be ready to test your own beliefs. Identify the wrong beliefs in the market. Record the wrong market beliefs. Whatever the market is doing wrong, whatever the market is thinking wrong, record it. Ask yourself a question that, are you doing some of these? It will become very obvious to you. You don't need anyone to tell you at that point in time. Even if you are an investor who is a kind of a solitary reaper who doesn't mix with society, record the wrong market beliefs. And if you have the famous 3 C's which Dhirubhai Ambani reportedly said, Chela, Chamcha and Crony, even then you should record your wrong beliefs. It's good for you to record your wrong beliefs. Then you ask yourself, am I also having the same wrong beliefs as the market? Once you see the market's wrong beliefs, your own wrong beliefs, try to synchronize so that you identify them early enough. And when you do that, accept your faults. It's the best thing to do. I'd rather accept my own faults than realize later and regret about it. I would rather accept my own faults readily than pick a fight with somebody who is pointing out my faults. And by doing so, I would have minimized the damage of my own faults in my own portfolio. I think that every investor has to do it, and the time to do it is now. And if you have to do all these things, there is one thing that you should not do. Don't make it personal. Don't make it personal, because after all, the biggest beneficiary of doing all these things is you. If I do it, I am the biggest beneficiary, nobody else. Why would a person resist with his ego what is in his best interest? No sensible person should do that. And I think this is the time to do that. And if you have to do all this, you need to be developing tolerance. I think the intolerance that we have in us today is at a higher multiple than even the market's elevated multiples. If we can lower the multiples of our intolerance, I think we can develop very valuable tolerance. And that valuable tolerance will guide us in our life, in our mission to become a better investor, and in our zest to earn better returns and greater investment success. Without tolerance, we are not going to cross this hill which we have ourselves built with our egos. Thank you for watching this video.